Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
This is another episode of Trash Talk. I'm Damian Hill. With me, as always, is TJ O'Connor. Tonight we have CJ Hayes. Motherfucking. The motherfucking is silent. Uh, Trash Talk is brought to you again by Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink String Statue out in New Brighton, Minnesota. The Fighters. Trash Talk Water is what I assume is in TJ's cup.
Something like
Um, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, Origin Wellness CBD out in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ink String Tattoo out in New Brighton, Minnesota, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy. Did I already say that? I fucking
like
did.
that.
I like lost where I'm at. I said Origin Wellness. I said the Fighters.
Striking
I
Institute.
say yeah, the Striking Institute. If I didn't say them
It's okay,
before,
Leon.
the Striking Institute, just say them again. And then one more time, the Striking Institute. I said Spartan, I said Valhalla, I said, I guess the last ones are the Fighters and TJ's mom.
Yeah.
I really hope that was it, dude. This is why, like, me and CJ shouldn't call each other an hour before we start recording and just drink the whole time.
That's
Yeah.
how it goes.
But now that we're officially through with the intro, how are you doing tonight, CJ?
I'm doing fine and dandy. How y'all doing in this zombie apocalypse? Well, if the zombies come.
Man, I think that's going to be the only thing that we're missing out on the zombie apocalypse. It's the zombies. The apocalypse is happening.
Man, this is the most boring ass apocalypse
Yeah.
I've ever imagined. Like, I thought we were all gonna be dressed like Road Warrior and Mad Max, or like at least Negan from Walking Dead, and be like, those are the rules. And no, we're all just fucking hoarding toilet paper and ammo,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
spaghetti for some reason. You know, sure.
Well, I was fuck.
I had that way on people.
No, it's
Okay.
legitimately going way worse than I ever expected. I mean, toilet paper, fucking hand sanitizer, that's one thing, you know what I mean? But the fact that there is literally no live sports. I'm watching basketball games and football games from like 2008, that ESPN show, and just because I'm like, shit, I forgot what happens.
See, that's how lame your bitch ass is.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally
fuck
picked a
watches
fight with my
sports?
girlfriend Jess on Sunday just because I was so fucking bored. I just like picked a fight with her.
No, this shit you get to learn. Like I've learned so much about my wife in these last like 2 weeks. She told me her favorite color was yellow, and I was like, "Who the fuck likes yellow? Like, how is that anybody's favorite color?"
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
That's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Her favorite color is not yellow.
that's like a kitchen
my
color.
favorite.
That's the color of my kitchen.
My favorite color, TJ.
I think it's Pinot.
Fuck you. I'm gonna excuse that because that was funny. But fuck you.
Ugh.
But think
All
about
right.
it, it's gonna have an effect on fucking like just local fights and events and stuff, man. Because I was just talking to a couple like different promoters and stuff, and it was like, dude, people are gonna be scared to gather for a while after all this, which is understandable. But like, it's gonna be a minute, man. And I mean, let's be real. You look at my Instagram and any other fighter's Instagram, they're posting chicky nuggies, and mine are dinosaur shaped. And people, dude, it's gonna be a minute till fighters are ready to go. Like, I mean, hey, I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna go out there and do whatever. But like, man, we're gonna have to go open weight classes again. Like,
Okay.
like
Old school shit.
This is one of the things that I brought up to TJ previously before. I don't know if you actually seen that episode or not, but yeah, the fact that the fighters aren't able to train,
Oh,
they're
yeah, I saw
stuck
that.
at home, they're being quarantined, and then everybody's hoarding food. You know, so fighters are probably gaining some weight and then also getting out of shape because of the gym being closed and things like
and
that.
then some.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Don't forget
so
about
I guess like when everything kind of like starts to get back into the swing of things, do you feel like a lot of fighters, like let's say uh me and you are both 85 pounders or 70 pounders, right? But
Yeah.
we know when we come back, yeah, right. But we know when we come back, we're not gonna be at our fighting weight class. But we both know that we're from the same fighting weight class. But let's meet at 205 because why cut the weight? You know? Is
Right.
that and I'm not saying that that's one of the things for you, but do you see like this one of the things playing out for like fighters? Like say they're at 35, and it's like, hey, let's meet at 55 against another 35 pounder and decide to fight. You know what I mean? Like it's been on my mind. I don't know if other fighters see it playing out that way. I don't know if what your teammates are saying and things like that, but
Oh, he's going to bring it up.
No, I mean,
Bring it
just
up.
giving
He's
him
gonna
some
make me
time
bring
here.
it up.
I that's a different take that
hold
I've
on.
even
No,
seen.
TJ.
I say we go.
He gave
open weight
us the finger, and then he said
No, he flicked me
he
off.
gave us the finger. He gave us the finger like 1 second, took a swig of his water. I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for this, and then you had to jump
Yeah.
in there. No, let
Yeah.
CJ have this. I want to hear what he got to say.
Can't swim.
Man, I say make it open weight classes for a minute and let people agree on fights. Bro, like, especially on the local scale, because, dude, local scales was going to die first because of this. Small businesses, local businesses, bro. Like I don't want to see Driller go away or fucking anything like that, you know? Like, or my gym go away. So that's why I'm keeping my memberships rolling because I'm going to keep paying my dues because I have world-class coaches. We're doing online memberships too right now. We're sending out live stream videos of workouts and stuff like that to do. And like I got world-class coaches and I say let the fighters agree upon a fight and instead of letting like everybody pick a weight class and stuff like that, let us agree. You know, like I'd fight a lot of those welterweights right now. They're coming up top, you know. Just like honestly, me and Josh Fleck had a talk after our performances last fight, and we were like, we want to wait until that we get paid for that. So that's a pro fight coming in the future, y'all. And we got mad respect for each other. That's my dude, and we'll figure that out down the road. But that's a pro fight down the road that we're gonna do a super fight. But I'm saying I'm willing to do like a super fight against people. Like, think about it. Rodney Nash is talking about making a comeback whenever the fuck we're allowed to fight again, you know? And I know he's a big boy. He usually fights at 185 or 205. We could do an open weight class, you know? And like I have nothing but respect for that guy. He's one of the best guys I know because we both work in social services. And he's doing God's work out in Wisconsin, you know? And also, the dude likes to fucking throw hands, man. How can you not be a fan of the Rodney Nash, you know? So, like, whether it's boxing, Muay Thai, or MMA,
Oh yeah, dude.
and him would be willing to do a super fight in order to, like, dude, save the local show, man. This is what the fans would want. Like, think about, like, forget the weight class, forget the cut, let them agree. Like, who would be a crazy matchup right now?
Okay, so let's say that plays out and there's a promoter that's ballsy enough to do it. James Clark, that's ballsy enough to do something like that and have an open weight fight. Do you think it would be matchup versus matchup, or do you think it would end up turning into like almost a tournament format?
Man,
I-
that would be something
it's
serious,
open,
bro. That would have
right?
to be like,
There's so many there's so many fighters out there that just I know are okay. This is just my own just thoughts, because this is what was going through my mind when I was competing and stuff. It's just like if we're all there and it's open weight, let's do a tournament. And then I just all now, especially now that I said tournament twice, it's just thinking of UFC one.
like even doing
except way more high level. I mean,
yeah.
the
I think
skill
even
out.
doing it like, bro, like think about like this. Even doing it like 150 and below, and then 175 to 150, and then 175 or 176 and up, and just doing it like that, like and doing tournament style. But bro, with the caliber of fighters in every weight class right now, even on the local scale, like it's like astronomical. That would have to be a dragged out tournament. It couldn't just be one day like the fucking old Ultimate Fighter shit. Like
True.
that wouldn't work, man. Like because people get too fucked up
Well-
nowadays because we're all
well,
too good.
I remember Driller did and Angel Pacheco actually participated in this tournament, 145 or 155. TJ, you'd be able to remind me on 45, yeah.
Yep.
So thank you. That's why I keep TJ around. But anyway, what was it? 1 minute rounds?
What they would do, and there's what they would do is for a professional or for an amateur, there are guidelines set for how long you can fight. In an amateur fight, 5 rounds would be 15 minutes. So what they would do is it was 8 men, 1 night tournament. The quarterfinals was 1 3-minute round. Let it happen. The semifinals, 1 3-minute round. Let it happen. Should you be lucky enough to get to the finals, you got to be prepared for 3 3-minute rounds at that point. So you're still staying within the guideline of the time to fight, but going against 3 different people in one night. And there's a promotion out here in Colorado that does something similar where they mix up the rules actually, where the first round is a boxing match, the second round is a kickboxing match, and the championship is an MMA fight. And I think that's a brilliant concept as well. So, I mean, if we're talking tournaments, let's fucking talk tournaments.
That also depends on matchups in the bracket, bro. All right, think about it like this. All right, say it was just full MMA like that. First round. Hey, so here it goes on this upper end of a bracket, like an 8-man bracket.
Yeah.
On this end, you got CJ Hayes versus Manitoula Lemaire. First round. Only 1 round. Ooh. But think about how much damage can be done that first round with me and Manitoula Lemaire.
Yeah.
Up top here, we got Josh Fleck versus Herbert Rogers Williams. First round. We all have to go to the second round and fight a second round against another motherfucker. And yeah, both of us might be banged up. But then on the other side, we get like into the finals, we either get like Joey Hart or like what's his face? The number 1 fucking guy. Yeah. We get one of those guys in the finals, like that in one day. That's too much, man. That's because it's not like the olden days though, man, anymore, where like some guys were just a boxer, some guys were just a wrestler. Everybody's just fucking good now, dude. Everybody's just
Well,
good
dude,
now.
I'm one of those people. Like I would be. It's not to say that I wouldn't have signed up for a tournament like that, but to say that I wouldn't have thought about it the way that you're thinking about it right now, it's like, yeah, that's a reality, But but to play it into perspective too, because if we're accepting the rule set of there's only a certain amount of rounds that you can have. So if there's 5 rounds for an amateur title fight, so the first round of the tournament is 1 round, the second round of the tournament is 1 round, and then the last round of the tournament is 3 rounds for the strap.
Yeah.
Well, that's 5 rounds still. But let's say that you're in a fight, a title fight, just one fight against one guy, and he cuts you open inside the first round, but you're not finished and you're ready to continue to fight. You don't think that you'd be able to continue to fight the rest of those 5 rounds? You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to challenge you. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just asking that question, like, because of course, why not? Right? So now the only difference is that you get breaks in between each fight or round.
How much of a break you get, man? Because think about that adrenaline dump too, man. Like at TBAs, when that first day was hell, you know, like that was hell to get through. That was just 2 fights one day, man. Like in the first one, I finished the guy. You know, like the first one, I finished the guy pretty easily, but like I had that fucking like 2.5, 3 hour break in between fights, and like just that dump after of just
that's too much.
Fight. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you go back out and this big ass Russian dude, Alex Katsuba, shout out to Alex. He's fresh. He had a bye first round. And like right away he points at the middle and wants to go right away. I'm like, okay, like, you know, and that was like my most stressful fight, like ever. And then I won that, but like the rest of the tournament was fine, a fight a day, you know, and stuff like that. If we made it into like 4-man bracket or 8-man bracket and did 3 fights 3 days, shit, I'd be down. Like you don't even need to make it. You don't even need to make it like 1-round fights leading up to it. But if you just made it 3 days and just 3 rounds each day, shit, I'd be down for that. Yeah. Give me a strap then, because y'all know I'm gonna outlast everybody else in the division.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's an interesting concept, and obviously tournaments are a thing that have always had a place, oddly, in combat sports, and as it grew, it seemed to go away from it for many of the reasons we're talking about. I mean, it's just so difficult at a high level of competition. But I got to ride with Damian. I think as an old school fan, if there was a fight, that type of tournament, that draws me in. I think, like what you said, for the fighters, spreading it out over a couple of days, sure. But from a promoter standpoint, imagine getting people logistically to come to the same place 3 days in a row. And it's just
okay, TJ and CJ.
We're gonna call you DJ just for the fuck of it.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to basically play the fence now with both of you guys, you know, because like, okay, TJ, you remember the one-night tournament that I participated in and actually won and got a nice little strap myself. You know, not to toot my own horn, but
toot.
Nah, choo choo, motherfucker, because it's so loud. It's so no, but anyway, so that tournament, I didn't take that much damage in the first round. I mean, in the first fight of the tournament, in which was 3 rounds, and then the next one was 5. But I'm just like, it was one of those things where I wanted to put on a good show, but I also didn't want to take any damage because I knew I had another title fight after this. You know what I mean? So I went into that fight. I felt like on any other night, I would have had the performance of a lifetime. And then on another night, I would have had another performance of a lifetime, right? But that particular night, I had 2 really decent performances because I was saving something for each fight. And then my opponent that I faced in the final actually had a bye in one of the rounds. Yeah. So he actually didn't end up. He had a bye to the final. And I had to fight that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
round robin
And
at that point.
That's,
Make it right
it-
fighter.
that's
But
yeah, that's why I feel so badass is because I won the whole shit. But like it just it it was okay. There's a story that I'm willing to tell you off camera on why like guys agreed and then backed out of this tournament. But none of the guys on my bracket backed out,
yeah.
and I still won.
Well, if you guys, if they're all right, let's just put it straight to promoters. If there is a one-day tournament where they do it in that format and it's open weight class like that, sign me up, man. Like, let's see, roll the dice, baby. That's what we do every time we step in the cage or the ring. Anyway, we roll the fucking dice.
Oh, okay. This was all hypothetical anyway, I guess,
Yeah.
because like I don't think that this will ever happen again. Like
It-
I mean,
Save the fucking local show, man. Bring the super fights.
that's
What I'm saying.
true. Oh my god, that's why it was brought up in the first place. Where am I at on this? I have so like okay, so the thing is too is like yeah, bringing the fans back, like yeah, that would be a great way to set the tone for the MMA community. But okay, so an open weight tournament, like you mentioned earlier, weight classes through certain weights through a certain weight and then another weight class.
Just
Like-
to make it fair, man, because a 125er can't knock me out. Like, come on, that's not enough weight. Like,
I would
I'm-
hope
I'm-
so.
bro,
yeah,
I'm
but,
210 right now, son. Like, that ain't happening.
man,
Look at
there's
his leg.
some. I don't know, man. I'm one of those dudes that's like I've seen so much shit in MMA where I can't call an absolute anymore. I'm like, there's gonna it's yeah. Okay, this is one thing that I know for a fact. All right, and I don't know if it's a fact, but I'm like I want to feel like it's 99.99% true. A 135er cannot knock you out with a punch.
No.
But let's say they do a jumping, spinning, backflip kick off of the cage type shit. You know what I mean? Like there's something that's going to generate enough power and momentum that is going to crush anybody, you know? But
We're talking in a lot of hypotheticals here, buddy. Who the fuck am I fighting that's doing that? 130.
this is all a fucking simulation anyway.
Bro, this is not
Alright.
X-Men. This is not
It is.
X-Men simulation trainer.
Do you know what my nickname is?
The Wolverine. Exactly.
Is that why you said
Damn
X?
that reference.
Yeah, dude. Wow, way to be a dick, man. Now,
You know I love you, Damien.
yeah, well, I hate you and.
Oh man, TJ, I'm in the same boat as you. You said I was close to being hated.
Oh man, all I can say is welcome to the family, dog. Welcome to the family. Well, what's crazy to me though is I'm sitting here thinking, and it just popped into my head. We're 23 minutes into this, and we haven't talked about you winning co-fighter of the month last month, getting a Trash Talk trophy.
Hey man, we didn't talk about that at all. What's good?
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's an honor, man. Like that was such a fun night, and I'm happy to share it with the guy I did share it with. Man, those guys threw down, had a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Like I just I'm happy that it went the way it did, man. Like that was weird. Just like having somebody that didn't really show any respect, you know, because most of the fights I had before that, it was very cordial beforehand, you know, like I say the same thing to everybody every time, you know, hey, thank you. After this quarantine, I'll make sure you wipe it down, but I'll
Yeah,
come
they got to keep that trophy
Well,
6 feet
dude, I
away.
sanitized all of them. That's the only reason why I haven't mailed it out yet. These I hand make them, and the trash cans do come from China, dude.
Okay.
The bases are made in Minnesota though by Viking Trophy in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Just so you guys know. They're not a sponsor, but I just they
Shout
make them
out.
for me.
But But yeah, I don't know, man. That was the first time somebody wasn't really like respectful before the fight. And I feel like a lot of people, especially even my fans and friends, thought that might rattle me. Because like I'm used to being like cordial with everybody. I mean, shit, I even told you guys Mike Waltz I split a Pop-Tarts with at weigh-ins, like that's my dude. Like we knew it before we even fought each other. It's just like, hey man, you're my dude. We're gonna fight. Like, and this time it was different. People thought it was gonna rattle me. But obviously a P monster didn't do his homework. And like, cause you know me, like I can be on the offensive and go for you and go for the throat, but I like to counterpunch, man, especially since I'm a wrestler. Like I love having you come step into my world. And he just came bum rushing me, and that was almost like, as weird as it was, 13 seconds didn't feel like 13 seconds. It was almost like I was analyzing, and it was just a relief when I realized this dude's bum rushing me thinking I'm going to get scared. And I saw him start making mistakes because he was just kind of flailing forward, and I saw him dip his head down. I was like, okay. And I did like the pull step that we do at our gym. Like Coach Chris always teaches this pull step. And as he throws it, as he throws that left hook, I just pull step, and I saw his behind his ear. And I was just like, okay, boom. And I watched his face hit the canvas. I did not expect it to go that fast, but I guess because we're wrapped up, man. It felt like I punched him with a cast. I didn't even feel like I hit him hard. And his face hit the canvas. I was like, oh, shit, get on him.
Man,
right away.
Dude, okay, so one of the things that I was like, I've said this before to people. That I don't think I've ever said it in an interview, but there's fights where it feels like it goes so slow in your mind. It feels like it takes more time to describe how it happened than how long it actually took to happen.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I feel like you probably took about 45 seconds to a minute to explain how the fight went, but it went down in 13 seconds. Like that's a lot to analyze and to take in, all I guess in a matter of seconds.
Bro,
like what
it was,
sorry.
oh
Go
no, it's I feel you, man, because it was crazy. That's why I know I make like such a goofy face when I have a mouth guard in. Everybody makes fun of me at my gym for my mouth guard voice and my face after I win. And like I'm like in the picture because I had no idea how quick it went until they announced winner by knockout in 13 seconds. I was like, oh my God. Like in my head, I was like, there's no way. Like, because in my head, that was like 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
like I train with killers every day, man. Like the Cellar Gym is full of killers, and like even silent killers that don't really fight anymore. They used to fight way back in the day and stuff, and they're just beasts, and they're so technically sound. And then this guy to bum rush in like that, and I saw the mistakes right away, and that was also a relief because honestly, like there's a lot of situations where before a fight, I know somebody's good at something, and in my head, I'm like, God, I suck at defending that. And it's not even that I suck at defending that; it's just my teammates are just that good that like I feel like I suck at defending it because they whoop my ass sometimes. And for him to throw that body kick and just dip his head down to the side like that as he threw it, yeah, the body kick almost landed flush. It hurt, like, but I watched his head dip, and I went in my head, I was like, oh, you're just not that good at striking. And like I knew he was gonna dip the head again. And that's when, like, bro, it's all analyzed, and it just comes from how you train and who you train with, man. And I come from just such a solid team, and I just can't. And I know he comes from Rufus Sport, and that's a solid team too, man, but they divide their classes up more so than we do, and like pick like who's getting the main attention and stuff like that. And that's why I've never feared a name, man. Like wrestling, when we were wrestling college, I didn't fear Iowa State. I whooped Iowa State's ass. Like just because we're D1 and we're D2, no. Like, I've never been afraid of a name like Rufus Sport, sideline shorts. I was like, cool. Knocked you out in 13 seconds, Rufus Sport. Like, like, I don't know. Like, that's just how I feel about it, man. It just depends on who you train with and how you train. And I'm just so thankful for the guys at my gym that just whoop my ass and keep me honest every day, man. Like, that's why I miss the gym so much, man. So bad right now. I'm going crazy.
Oh man. Oh, I get. Fuck, dude. Okay, so I guess before we start to wrap it up tonight, are there any fights on your mind like that you want when you get back into it? Once all of this coronavirus, what is it? CD-19 or
COVID.
COVID-19?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once all of this clears up.
Well, first and foremost, I want everybody to be safe. You know, take care of you and your own, and stay in. Everybody in my weight class included, or outside my weight class who has interest in a super fight. You know, I don't know what's next for me. Like, obviously, we'll probably have another amateur fight at this point. But I was seriously considering just going pro after this. But, man, we got so much downtime. Everybody, that's another thing. Everybody in the fight game, especially on the local circuit that's been fighting consistently, welcome to my damn world. Because every single fight, I get a long-ass layoff. And and y'all get to experience it now too. I'm used to this shit, and you guys seen what happens every single time I come back. I come back better, I come back stronger, faster, and sharper. So when I come back, the fucking full-blown silverback is coming back, yeah. And I'm gonna sing more people lullabies with the teddy and onesie. Yeah, let's have a slumber party. That's all I got. Other than that, thank you for the Cellar Gym, my teammates, my friends, Abominable Grip. We're going to have a promo real soon with some sales going on where you can get a deal. Other than that, Saints Coast Barber, best fucking barbers in Minnesota, bar none. I know y'all are shut down for this apocalypse, and y'all going to have to fix this shit when I get back. Other than that, TJ, take it away.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna close us out. I'm gonna send us away. Don't forget to subscribe, brother, to Trash Talk. Yeah, Damien and TJ. Don't be a hoe.
Don't be a hoe and I'll drink to that, yeah.